Hey everybody, it's Jennie McGarvey, and I am going to share with you today a page that I created using acrylic pieces. A lot of the different kit clubs and manufacturers are including acrylic pieces in different shapes and sizes in their collections, and it can be hard to use them. And so I am taking the stash that I have of acrylic pieces and adding them on a page. Now, as you can see, this is how I store my wood veneers and my acrylic shapes in these boxes that I think are meant for floss, like embroidery floss. That's where you can find it in the craft stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, that kind of thing. I separate them by shape. So I do that with the wood veneers, but I've already put those away. And this is, you can see the box that I keep my foam and acrylic pieces in. I layer the bigger ones on top. It works fine because they are thick enough for the lid to still close. And then I filter the different shapes, sizes, mostly by type. So they're like stars are in one, plus signs in another, snowflakes, that kind of thing. You really have to do it how it makes sense to you, because what works for me might not work for you. However, what works for me might work for you. So that's what I do with those different boxes. I keep each different little piece for, not piece, but each little slot for a different type. So coffee cups in one or leaves in another, that kind of thing. And I do both the same for acrylics and wood veneers. Now I pulled out one acrylic. You can see it there. It's a green clear acrylic. It's a bunch of little hearts that are all connected together. It came in a Scraptastic Club kit from last year, and it fits in a 3x4 pocket. Now I absolutely love it. It's probably one of my favorites, and that's probably why I still have it left, because I was hoarding it. But I'm going to use it today. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to use it despite the fact that I love it, which is what I try to do anyway. I try to use the things that I love, because I know that hoarding them in a few years down the road, I won't want to use it anymore because maybe it's not my style or whatever. Now I'm going to use the Drops of Jupiter kit and add-on from Scraptastic Club and add the acrylic shapes that you saw already, including the heart one. I'm pulling out some pieces that I think that I might want to use in the layout, which is kind of funny because I decided to go in a totally different direction with supplies. I don't end up using these at all, but I was sort of just finding things in there that I really liked. I was kind of feeling right now when I was creating this page, and this particular photo, which is a photo of my sons and our friend's new puppy and how they got to meet him. And while it's weird to make a page about someone else's dog, we're very close to them and we see their dog all the time and we dog sit for him. So it's really not that weird. It'll definitely be a memory that my sons have going forward. Now it's a 4x4 photo that I printed on my Canon selfie printer. And I know that I want to add a couple of strips of patterned paper down at the bottom of this page, which is what I had pulled those other ones out for, but they weren't 12 by 12, so they weren't going to work. Now I was thinking that I was going to use this green with the hearts because I wanted to sort of convey that heart, love, puppy, type of thing, tying it all together. But then I decided it really just didn't have the crispness that I was looking for, so that's where that star paper comes in. Now this cloud paper, which is from the Chamel collection, I absolutely love it, but the back side is what I'm going to use just for a teeny tiny 1/4 inch strip. It's a different shades of green diagonal stripes, and it really just provides that contrast that I need with the white and that little pop of color. For whatever reason, it's super simple, but I really, really love it. And obviously it goes perfectly with that star paper, which is from the Amy Tangerine collection. So I'm just going to layer those right there together at the very bottom just to anchor that page right down there, because I plan on having a 4-inch-ish, I'm not sticking to a really tight 4-inch, whatever, across the center with the photo, and then next to it the acrylics. So as you can see right there, I have the photo and it's going to be on the right side, and I just really want to try to bring in some different elements visually and texturally. So I will be using that exclusive paper to mat the photo. I wanted that little bit of hint of pattern. I didn't want it to be really crazy and detract, so that's why I went with that particular page, because it's got the mint green sort of triangles and circles and whatever, and so you'll see a little bit of it behind it, but it definitely, see, like looking at it right there, it's hardly even visible. Now I know I want to use that 3x4 heart piece right next to my photo, but I'm going to go ahead and look in the kit embellishments that came this month and check on the acrylics that came to see if those were ones that I wanted to use with this particular layout. Now there were some small acrylic stars that I had left, and they would totally go with this page since I have the stars across the bottom, but I decided to save those because the size, the color, the whole thing wasn't exactly what I had envisioned, but I could absolutely come back to them if I changed my mind in the future. Now I'm just going to pull out a bunch of different acrylics that I have in that container that will work with this page. Doesn't mean I'm going to use them all. It doesn't mean I'm not going to use them all. I just want to pull out all the ones that I think that would potentially work. Now I'm pretty sold on that arrow that I pulled out because I just for some reason was really visualizing a clear arrow. I'm not sure why, but so I was very happy to find that in there as well. Now I have a whole bunch of stars from a kit from last spring, which is fantastic, and a bunch of the colors even go with this particular color scheme, which again is the white and the blue and the green, and I love it anyway, so that works out great. And so I know I have those. Then I pull out some different circles and different words and all kinds of different things, though obviously sticking with the sort of the star theme, since at the bottom I do have that with that patterned paper, and it would be weird if maybe I started using triangles or something like that. So the stars obviously are a really good fit. And then any other shapes and text that go and tie in with the whole thing. So like that light blue yes, for example. It's awesome. They got a new puppy. Yes, you know, my kids are super excited. And then the light blue goes with the paper. And so that's why that kind of ties all in together. It doesn't necessarily have to be matchy-matchy. It just has to have a tie into what I'm doing there, be it the text, be it the shape, be it, you know, the color, whatever. Now I'm using one of the stickers from that add-on, I believe, and it's got the lines right there for journaling, which is totally awesome because I can incorporate the journaling right in the middle of the embellishing, and then also it gives something visually because it doesn't have the height or the dimension that the acrylics have. So I really like being able to change up the acrylics and the stickers. It gives a bunch of different differences right there. So I don't have all acrylics only, because then it would be a little bit boring. I could have absolutely added in some wood veneer or some foam or something like that, but honestly I really wanted to keep this bright and white and colorful, and I did not want to bring in the wood veneer, though I do think that wood veneer goes with most everything. Now the awesome part is that in this kit there was also a little sticker book included, I believe from Heidi Swap, with a bunch of different small pages, maybe like 3x4 pages with some different stickers. And so once I'm done messing around with the acrylics and how I feel like they kind of all work, I can go ahead and see if the stickers will fit. Now what I had done was I had chosen a piece of smooth cardstock because I had thought that maybe I would want to stamp in some of the places, but I do in the end decide not to stamp, which is probably a good idea. It probably would have been hard to get my acrylic block and the stamps to work with those acrylic pieces, if that makes sense. So now I'm just going to look through those sticker sheets and find stickers that match color-wise or theme-wise the exact same way that I did with those acrylics, and find little different pieces that I can put into the different edges and fill in the little holes of the acrylics. So right there I was able to add that little blue corner sticker that says cutie. I love it. It's so cool. And then it just fits color-wise, theme-wise, the whole thing. It's really sort of perfect. Now really, in all honesty, the page layout is very simple design-wise and then idea. I didn't do anything remotely difficult here. I just arranged a bunch of different acrylics, or embellishments is actually what I was going to say, in a like pattern. And so then that's super cool to me because it looks really cute, it's super fun, but really honestly it's really simple. There's nothing crazy, not a whole bunch of layering or anything like that. So I'm able to just add stickers to go with acrylics, and then my photo right there, and then of course the patterned paper at the bottom, which sort of gave the overall theme of my page, and it anchors the page to the bottom. So now the distinction is that the stickers are already stuck down and the acrylic pieces are not. So once I'm finished adding all the stickers, I'll have to also go ahead and adhere all those acrylic pieces. Now, while the acrylic pieces are very cool, the ones that have holes in them are not completely solid. You will see the adhesive if you get it on there. So I do like to take my ATG gun and run it over and then use my finger simply to push the adhesive out of the way of the holes. Now it's very simple, it moves very easily, and it's very nice. And so could I say very more times? No, I don't think so. Anyway, so I move that so that you can't see it through there. So then when I'm looking at that page, you're not able to see the acrylic through the little letters. Duh. I don't know why I'm not able to speak right there. But anyway, so then just adding the adhesive right to the back of those. I love the ATG for that purpose because you can't really see it very well behind those, and it's very, very strong because obviously those acrylic pieces are very heavy, and so a adhesive that did not have such strength wouldn't be able to, I think, hold them on for the long run. And as someone who's been scrapping for a long time, I've said this in other videos, adhesive does wear down in time. So you will definitely want something that's nice and strong, and that's why I do love my ATG gun. And I use it primarily. Now there's obviously certain applications where I don't use it, but if I can, I do, because I know that it'll hold all of the pieces and things that I need permanently, because I'm here to tell you that glue sticks do not work, because that's what I started with 15 years ago, and a lot of the elements have fallen right out of my albums or right off the pages and are down at the bottom of the page protector. So now I'm going to put away the extras because I am completely finished with that clustering. I've got the stickers, I adhered the acrylic pieces that I'm going to use, the photo is done. I mean, it's good, it's ready to go. All I need now is to just add my journaling and the title, which, you know, I'm going back and forth because what I wanted to do was add new friend Chief, which the dog's name is Chief, and so I wanted to add new friend in front of his name. But the problem is that I really want to use those green Heidi Swapp alphas, and quite frankly, I don't have enough E's. So there are a few different things that you can do. You can modify the title, you can use a different alphabet, you can mix and match, you can pull out the silhouette. There's a lot of different options, but I decided that I'm just going to modify the title. Now, in the end, does it look as good as New Friend Chief would have? Probably not. I probably should have gone a different direction with the alphas or using the silhouette or something like that. But it doesn't really matter because it's still pretty cute and I'm still pretty happy with it. Or maybe I'll go back and I'll change the placement of the title. Who knows? Actually, I do know. I won't do that. But I do like it right there. It's cute, and it would have absolutely been awesome had I done it all the way across. Now the last thing to do is just add a little bit of journaling and I am all set. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. I hope you enjoy it and you will give it a thumbs up. It helps me know that you like my videos, and it helps YouTube know what you like to see. Thank you so much for stopping by, and make it a great day.